right, we're live, aren't we?
Yep.
I hope so.
Yes.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Illuminated Page. I'm Matt, and I am here with Roxanne.
Hello. I got first
Shawn?
billing this week.
Listen.
No
You
notes?
complained so much last week, and then you cut us off.
I said one thing.
You're like, well, screw this. We're not streaming at all tonight.
That's right.
I can't
Forget
be first.
this.
It's exactly how that goes. John, you're over there, too.
Hey.
Down in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
We got Shawn with us.
Hello.
And David.
Hey, y'all.
Last week we had some real bad technical difficulties. I don't know what was going on, but Twitch just wouldn't let us.
We don't know if it's Twitch or if it was our internet or a combination of both, but it was a pain.
Ooh, I am right below the air conditioner vent.
Or the elder gods throwing a temper tantrum.
Yeah. We did get a little bit farther than what you guys can see on YouTube. So if you haven't watched last week, this week might be a little confusing without that. I'll say that there was a lot that happened last week. A lot. Now that we've been through it, the last week was one of the big cruxes of this story. There are two other points that need to be touched on for the story to make sense at all, besides this one. But without this one, you can't get to the other two really. So this was a pretty big deal. So if you haven't watched it, it's pretty big. We are going to start in a present time that is farther away from where we ended. So we're not picking him back up immediately where we were. Hold on. We're gonna look at that and see what happened that you guys missed by doing some flashback stuff, which will be fun. And we'll see how bad everything goes, because we didn't even finish up the story. Once we realized we weren't streaming anymore, we kind of ended so that we didn't lose the storytelling. Yeah. So we'll open up with the professor. You and Lockhart, cheese and rice, are in a hospital room, kind of sharing it. There's still some ringing in your ears, on and off. The doctor's mentioned something called tinnitus a couple of times. You're both very sore still. Shawn, you're still dealing with the break in reality you had. I'm sorry, Aaron, you're still dealing with the break in reality you had. Shawn, you're a perfectly sane person.
Are any of us really perfectly sane to be playing this game?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Aaron, you're still dealing with the break in what happened. You're having trouble connecting the dots as to what exactly happened in the pyramid. But you know that the professor is good. He seems sore, and he might be milking it just a little bit, but it's been nice to rest and feel safe for a little bit.
That old Dalphus, just
Listen,
milking it.
He's getting along in years. He's at the right of old age of what, like 35?
I think 40 is what he keeps
42.
telling me. I thought he was like 47, so I was like, get your cane, Dolph.
So the doctor comes in, and he is flanked by a gentleman dressed in a suit. Dalphus, you do remember this is a junior ambassador from the British consulate. Aaron, you remember having spoken to this gentleman. His name is Nigel, and you remember trying to explain things. But it's not that it's just you're having trouble remembering sometimes. It's that you're having trouble getting it to come out of your mouth. The doctors think that's temporary. You had a pretty rough time. You've met with some psychologists over this last week or so, which, whatever your character puts into that, as whether or not that's true and actually useful or not, that's a whole other thing. But they've been in a couple of times, and you've heard the word shell-shocked passed around, but it seems like a very generic term to you. So the doctor comes over to you, Professor. He says, as far as I can tell, the two of you are...
What?
I just messed it all up, Dave.
Oh my God.
I can hear so much stuff.
The two of you are as healthy as you're going to be. I think we're ready to release you today. The ambassador had some more questions for you, though, before you got too far away. I'm sure that heading home might be on the list of things that you do. So we wanted to make sure that the ambassador had a chance to talk to you again. And then the doctor kind of like motions and then leaves. And the ambassador pulls up a chair and he sits down next to you, Dalphus, and says, "All right, so one more time. Let's just start from the beginning. You were in the pyramid and somehow found the secret room, right?"
Correct.
What? So tell me about this room that you found.
Oh no, not the room.
Now, Mr. Lockhart, I understand that this is concerning, but I do need to get an accurate account of what happened so that we can handle it with the Egyptian authorities correctly.
It's just bad.
So we established that it was not the most savory of situations, Professor. Perhaps you could just describe what the room looked like. That would help me get a picture of what we're looking at.
Oh, well, it was actually rather fascinating. You see, there were some long unforeseen items in there, things that would not have expected, things that didn't seem to be fitting of the time of what we expected to see inside of this particular tomb. There were several columns, reliefs with different markings and hieroglyphs. Seems to be some sort of instructions there may have been with certain rituals or rites for, I'm assuming, burial things. I didn't get a chance to examine them for very long before everything sort of went south on us. There were some star charts.
As you're kind of talking him through this again, we're going to fade back to in the room. So Nyarlathotep has just reached his hand out, pointed at your administrator that's there with you as your guide. A beam of energy has left Nyarlathotep, touched this man, and he has aged rapidly and all but disintegrated into a pile of clothing and bone. Jewell and Bobby, you both are not doing mentally very well. Actually, Aaron, you're in that same boat. The three of you have really had a rough time. You're holding it together for now, but just now. It's not going to go well after this.
Like my gun hand is like shaking. Like
I need to fix something real quick. If you can give me just a second.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. My microphone mount just started slowly falling into. I'm holding it with one hand right now.
Been there.
Did we hear your mom sneeze too? Oh, he's muted. So did I shoot him before or after he?
This is you shot him right when he appeared. This is shortly after.
Good. I thought I had an itchy trigger finger. Was like, oh, nope.
Yeah, I think
you weren't here before. I don't like you.
Let's be honest. It's not like Jewell was
I
that
wasn't
sane to begin with.
The rules state that I am completely sane until I'm at a 0.
Her mom had her tested. She's not crazy.
Jewell Rumtree doesn't know her mother. Shut your mouth.
Oh, I'm now.
You remember my backstory, right? I was raised by my father.
Listen, I'm tired.
And
it's a semi-quote from Big Bang Theory that Sheldon says a lot.
Oh.
I'm not crazy. My mother had me tested.
Oh.
And then the follow-up is one of the episodes she like told Leonard, I really should have followed up with those specialists.
All right.
You good,
back,
David?
bud? Oh, no, he doesn't have his headphones on yet.
I think it's good. Sound okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Fantastic. So, the man has melted, essentially. And he says, "Look, you, at the fate of those who came before you." He waves a hand, and images form of the Carlisle expedition camp in Africa. There are Kenyan bears that come and go, and the principal members of the Carlisle expedition can be seen. all is peaceful and terrible until suddenly screams are heard, and dozens of creatures descend from the sky, while out of the earth lurch monstrous humanoids that look like decaying corpses. And then formless masses seem to just spring up, grab people, and pull them back into the ground. As you watch this happen, blood and bits of people kind of fly everywhere, and you can see all of the Carlisle expedition die as that happens. After just a few moments, every one of the camp is dead, and not like he's laying there unconscious. Maybe he's breathing. I can't really tell, but like they are missing pieces, and the blood has stopped flowing out of them. He says, "You guys have already done your sanity loss for that, so we won't make you do it again because that was rough." He says, "Even the brave know their lot. All doors are closed to you. All dreams are doomed. All your struggles are futile." And then he says, "But there is a way out for you, perhaps to learn and to find a new place for you." And he waves, and the image of the carnal battlefield disappears, and instead, the ground kind of lifts into an archway, big enough for you to walk through. And the image you see is not of modern Egypt, but of ancient Egypt. You're positive that you can see buildings that you've seen parts of ruins of, fully built in pristine condition, and you see the dress and the tools of that time.
Weird.
Will you leave this place and leave behind your futile attempts, or will you die here?
So our options are potentially to go and serve him in ancient Egypt? Is that what I'm understanding?
That's the way to look at it, yeah.
Gross.
Sorry, guys. You scared?
He puts a gaze on you. Can you roll a sanity check for me?
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. That is right on a success.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if I roll 5 and I have 5, that's a success.
Yes.
Yes. How badly?
You feel
That's awesome.
a weight of dread pass over you. Something heavier than you probably ever felt, especially given that you weren't in the war. The weight of this is great, and it's almost enough to take you off of your feet. Luckily, you steel yourself away from it just enough. He says, "I warn you of what will come, and I try and spare your lives, and you threaten, or you insult me by asking if I'm scared."
You came to us. you
came to my throne room. This is my home.
Why do you need to offer us anything?
Because you're intelligent enough to see the world that is. Perhaps it's time for you to serve it.
Is there anybody standing next to me?
I assume you're all within arm's reach of each other. It's not a huge room. Yeah.
Well, whoever it is leaning next to me, as long as it's not Bobby. And like, I think Bobby's cracking up.
Bobby, give me a listen check.
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay. I mean, probably he might have a point. Something powerful is standing in front of you.
I don't necessarily feel like I'm in control of all my faculties at the moment, Dalphus, either. I mean, what is this?
What are we going to do for you through the arch?
All gods need servants.
And you don't have enough already?
Shawn, your hands in
We
your
can always
face.
use more.
Oh, sorry.
Don't look.
Yeah, that's how we
I'm
play
hiding
now.
from Nyarlathotep.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
I can always use more servants.
That could be problematic. I don't speak Egyptian.
Aaron, get that dynamite, and I fire another shot. I know they heal, but that's all I got.
Aaron, can you give me a demolition score or demolitions roll?
Yep. Let me see what my demolition is. Okay,
Yes,
come
I'm
on.
pulling out
come
the
on,
brownie.
Come on.
We know there's a way out behind us. Just open it up.
It is a regular success, 51. I mean, I rolled a 50, and it's a 51 for a success.
Okay. So you pull the dynamite out, and do you feel like you'd be quick on something like that to light it and have it ready to go?
I mean, when Jewell asked it, I'd have to get it out of the satchel that I'm holding, pull the stick out, grab the lighter, light it. I mean, normal circumstances, probably. In this situation, probably
Well,
I'd be like, what?
You actually pull the dynamite out and snatch the lighter off the ground that your guide dropped, and light it before you realize what you've done.
Throw
with
it.
dynamite?
Throw it.
And it's not just one sticks; it looks like it's three that the fuses have been wrapped together appropriately.
Catch!
And so you're gonna throw them?
Are you throwing it at him or are you throwing it at the door?
I'm throwing it at him.
Oh no!
Fantastic.
Oh,
no! I wanted the door to open.
You
I'm
should have
like-
been more clear.
I was. I said there was a door behind us. Open it.
That's too late.
I know it's too late.
I'm diving behind a pillar.
Yeah, I am too. Because once I see it go in front of me, I'm like, shoot.
If Bobby's just standing there, I'm going to drag him with me.
So the four of you kind of dive for cover. Nyarlathotep watches it drop in front of him, and two creatures appear to each side of him. If you remember, there was like rippling air next to him. Can you give me sanity checks, everyone?
Bye, folks.
Nope.
Lost.
Good.
Yeah, I'm not good.
All right. So these two creatures appear. If you failed, you'll lose a d10. If you succeeded, you lose 1.
All right, I lose 2.
I'm down.
I'm out.
That knock you out?
I rolled 7.
Yep.
Exactly.
And I
Okay.
rolled a 7 as well. So I am out.
Let me describe this for you, Roxy, and then you can decide how your character feels about it. Servants, hunting. There we go. And in the air about him were great viperine creatures, which had curiously distorted heads and grotesquely great clawed appendages, supporting themselves with ease by the aid of black rubbery wings of singular monstrous dimensions. So in front of you is a snake-like creature with claws and wings. The claws are enormous. This thing is on average size 205, which we're talking like these are 2 small cars here.
Yeah. Yeah, because I
Um,
mean, our sizes are generally. I'm a 70, and I'm big.
Yeah. So it's like it's just almost twice. It's a little over twice your size, but bulky around, and they're long snake-like creatures.
They're huts.
What with the idea that is what broke Jewell Rumtree? What does she do?
Do I have? I mean, do I have an action?
Yeah.
Could I?
I want you to tell me what this break of reality does for you, and how that affects your character.
Sorry,
Does she run screaming away from it, or towards it, or?
She's gonna shoot it.
Okay.
Is it,
you have,
did you
what kind of
say
gun
it's
do you have?
winged?
Yeah, it is winged.
Because I
and
do.
It is,
I don't know if
There-
I'm of mind enough to cast a spell, but because I do have that contact winged thing, but I would probably have
Oh,
to
yeah,
be
no,
sane
that-
to.
yeah.
Yeah,
What kind of gun are you using?
it is a 10 gauge shotgun. So I've already
Is
used
it-
one shot, so I'd only have one more shot left in it.
Okay,
but I
so
do have
it's a double barrel. Okay.
yeah, and I do have a 38 revolver on my hip.
So I would say that you probably quickly fire off the rest of that shotgun or that other shotgun shell,
Okay.
and quickly pull your revolver and just
Just start loading into it.
unload.
Yep. And I'm probably
Bobby,
kind
how
of
did-
screaming. I'm doing a whole like Point Break. But
you are
at-
screaming then?
a little bit.
Okay.
I'm
that's
probably
fine.
cussing at it.
Now I can hear his Yosemite Sam, where he's not cussing, but it's clear that he's cussing.
Yeah. Get back to the pits of hell, you demon! I'm just.
Bobby, did you succeed?
Oh God.
Did
no.
you go?
I'm,
So you've
He's
gone.
crazy too, yeah.
yeah. No, I rolled a 7 on a 5.
Blind him with your flash bulbs, Bobby.
So I'm down. I'm 2 under. So
And do you have a phobia?
actually, do I?
Actually, can you speak to these
No, I do
serpentine
not.
things?
I haven't passed.
Okay, I would say your past phobia is snakes. Might make sense. Serpents, maybe.
Oh.
Something that makes you feel uneasy. And and it's probably something that you would probably work your way past. Not a big deal.
Don't pee
Yeah,
in an arcane tomb.
It's back in full force though right now because you have 2 giant serpents floating in front of you essentially because they have wings but they're not flapping.
Yeah.
Snakes. Why did
Why
they
have to be snakes?
Right. So what do you do, Bobby?
And I'm likewise. I am completely unable to cast spells. Correct.
Although he knows
You can
some.
try. No, that's fine. What spell do you have?
You're different than
I
me.
have several. Honestly, at this point, my character, especially believing previously there's no way to take this thing on physically, I think I'd start off with the Eben's Wheel of Mist.
Okay.
And yeah,
There is a specific thing you have to have for that. I
it's
just wanna
a
make sure what it
gold.
is.
It's a copper plate or something, right?
Either copper
Okay,
or
yeah,
gold plate. Yeah.
That's something you could have picked up. That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Because
I
he's done
really
it
wish that
before,
this-
haven't you?
I did it in the past where it was not required.
Oh, okay.
That's
Oh, that's
you
right.
throw down your plate and begin chanting, and the smoke that you expect begins to pour out of the disc. Because the even plate, right? The even
Yeah.
wheel.
Even
Hide
wheel
you.
of mist. Yeah.
Okay. It begins to spill out, and you seem to be moving quicker than what you would expect. And it obscures you and part of the room that you're in
Yeah.
very quickly. So, Professor, you and Aaron, you both succeeded enough that you're not. You guys both have enough sanity. You're not gone.
Right, I'm at 39 now.
Okay. So you're having a rough day.
Yeah.
And
That's why
then the professor over there is doing just fine. Yeah. You watched the dynamite, Aaron. You're a pretty good throw. It did seem to hit him though. It's kind of rolled past him, bounced off the dais, and kind of have come back towards him, behind him.
Okay.
The 2 of you brace and drop. You both, as Jewell finally finishes her last shot out of the revolver, one of you gets the chance to yank her down, and you can't quite see Bobby, but you think you pulled him down as well. As the dynamite goes off, the 2 creatures screech, and the building shakes from it. One of them goes through the portal as it closes, and it cuts it in half, and it ends up on both parts of the portal as the stone quickly goes down to reform with the floor. The wall behind you that was an archway kind of shatters into nothingness. Like you can feel and see the bricks shatter behind you that formed that wall, but then there's nothing that they shattered from. It's just an open archway. The other horror goes out the archway and down the hall quickly. And Nyarlathotep seems to fade a little bit. And then instead of the Black Pharaoh, what you see is his true form.
Would we be able to see it from the mist?
You can see out of the mist perfectly.
Oh,
And
okay.
the two of you that are there, don't need to worry about any of this, but sanity rolls are something I need from the professor and from Aaron.
Ah.
Passed. Barely.
I gotta remember what page this is on. It's not helpful. I forget what it's under.
I'm having a really bad day in here.
yeah, it's not going great for you guys.
Jewell is
There we go.
is singing very quietly and brokenly a hymn. She doesn't really remember the words. It's just music. It's just a little hum every now and again.
So the figure of the Black Pharaoh kind of melts away. In front of you, you have something that is small-ish. It's taller than Jewell, but it's thin and narrow, mostly because where a head should be on this creature is the beginning and the very base of a tentacle that goes twice as long as its body, kind of up into the air and flailing around. The rest of it is humanoid-ish, but its arms are just bone, no flesh on them, and you can see its spine popping out in spurs all the way down it. There's no mouth. There's no eyes, nothing for a face at all. But you can feel the malevolence coming from it. This is how it's described. A tall, slim figure with the young... Oh, I guess it does have a face. Haha. With the... No, that doesn't... That's not the right description. That's a bad description. Okay, we won't use that description then. Anyway, so what you see is essentially a humanoid, a very bony, monstrous humanoid with no face and nothing but a tentacle in the air. And to about where its tentacle is probably maybe chest height for you. So it might be as tall as, your average 5th or 6th grader. But then that tentacle goes twice as long as its body above it. And then you feel a heavy rumble, and the pyramid has shifted to Professor. Because you've done this a couple of times, you know that it has shifted to the south and is starting to lean and tip. The whole pyramid.
We got to get out of here.
We gotta get out.
You grab Jewell. I'm gonna see if I can grab Bobby. Let's go.
Okay. Can I get luck rolls from the two of you? And I'm sorry, did you guys make sanity checks?
Yeah, I failed.
Okay. And Professor, did you succeed?
Sure did.
If you failed, or if you succeeded, you'll lose a D8. If you failed, you lose a D20.
Jeez, I gotta dig one of those out real quick. 1 second.
Oh yeah, I don't have an 8.
You can lose 2D4. I'm fine with that.
Oh, 3. Nice.
You only lost 3 on that D20.
Yep.
That's a good
Nice.
day. That's a good day.
Your day's looking a little better now.
And then you want us to roll luck?
Luck.
That is a pass.
Okay. So Aaron, you grab hold. You know you have Bobby. First of all, you feel when you grab hold of him and start to kind of yank at him, he's fighting, and then suddenly stops fighting. And when you pull on him, the mist moves with you and then stops as he's holding onto this disc.
And as I'm pulling him, I'm just like, Bobby, it's me. I got you. We gotta go. Let's go. Come on. We gotta go.
David?
I lost 4, and I am now below 70.
Oh, yay! Roxy's over there. You son of a bitch.
I rolled an 81 on my last sanity check. So I would have lost sanity if I had your sanity. so let alone if I had 7. So,
David, do you grab luck? Or did you get luck?
I didn't roll it. Let me roll it.
No, it's okay.
What's my luck again? Okay.
What's my luck again?
what's my luck again?
All right, 27 under 71. So
Okay. So you grab hold of Jewell as she's like trying to jam in more bullets into her revolver. Jewell, are you fighting him? You can tell that you know that he wants to leave.
Once we see a flash of Nyarlathotep's form, she is probably a little shocked, and she probably kind of dropped whatever not her gun. I think she would have held on to her gun, but I think she probably
the
dropped
bullets.
some rounds. Yeah.
Okay. Can you roll me a D? How many bullets go in your gun? 6?
6.
Can you roll me a D6?
Sure. I lost 1. Well, I rolled a 1, so I might have lost 5, I guess.
You lost 1. You did a pretty good job. Probably had it on a speed loader.
I did. I had a little
went...
moon clip or something that I was using. And
Bobby, what about you? Are you gonna fight? You can tell Aaron is trying to get you out. Are you gonna fight against him? As far as you're concerned, your wheel is working.
Yeah.
So you're still obscured.
I probably would. I'd probably be like, "Come on, we got him now. We got him. He can't see us." And I am.
Except he can. He can see the big pillar of smoke. Jewell starts quoting like from the Book of Exodus or something about the pillar of cloud.
Nice.
But I would probably. I don't know. I probably would try and start casting another spell.
No, Bobby, we got to go. We don't have this. We need to go. We got to go.
Right. So, Bobby, are you gonna fight hard against him or just not want to go?
I think he would fight back. I hate to say it. He would try and push Aaron off.
Okay. So give me, let's say a brawl, melee, or a fighting brawl roll, and Aaron, give me the same.
I fail.
I got a 2. That is an extreme success.
Knock him out.
So as he's kind of dragging you, he straight fireman lifts you.
We gotta go.
So you guys start down the stairs.
All right,
back
so
into the empty room. Good.
when this all started, when the combat started, I pulled out the Browning. Can I fire it off at Nyarlathotep as we're leaving the room?
Do you want to shoot him or do you want to pull Roxy's character along?
Well, I was trying to just kind of pull and shoot it behind us to give us the extra little
pretty
boost
big
to get
gun.
out.
I don't know if you could hold it with one hand like that.
So your intention is to just to shoot
Blind?
Wildly.
to blindly, wildly to kind of give you guys a cover, or are you trying to hit
Pretty
him?
much, yeah. Not really inflicting damage is the main option. It's to distract him, to give him something to deal with so we can get out.
Roll your strength.
Okay, I rolled a 22 and my strength is a 60.
Okay, so you fire a couple of shots. I assume on full auto.
Either full auto or burst, yeah.
Well, you can only fire one or full auto on that gun, is what it said in the book.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got it here listed as 1-2-20.
Yes, 1-2-20. Yeah, so you can fire one shot, 2 shots, or 20 shots.
Then we'll say 2.
Okay, so you fire a couple of shots. You keep hold of it pretty good, but it's obvious if you keep firing it this way, you could just lose the gun too, and then have to stop and grab it. So the 4 of you get into the room. I need 3 of you, not Bobby, to make dexterity rolls. And let's say that these are at a penalty.
Okay, penalty is
You roll
2 of the
You'll
10s?
roll the
Tens.
yep 2 tens, two of the percentile sides.
2 percentiles. Nice.
Hey, I'm doing good.
I rolled 2 percentiles. I got wait, nope, this is bad.
I'm taking a
I got
picture.
I got a 40 or 100.
Is it all 3 zeros?
Oh,
Yes.
Oh no!
Yes.
So you got 100. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. That is amazing.
I'm taking
I'm
a
falling
picture
down
of
the
what I
ramp.
rolled.
I'm sorry, Roxy. What'd you get?
I'm taking a picture of it so you guys can see that I'm not full of crap. I rolled the exact same thing, and both of them were 4. Both my 10s are zeros.
So you okay? All right.
So
Dalphus,
this
did
would
you
have been
succeed?
nice for my sanity roll. I'd have made it. And it would have almost been, I could have probably, you can't push luck on a
Nope.
But that would have been nice.
I don't have enough luck to push mine at 100.
Oh, I'm rolling in luck. I'm a lucky crazy lady.
I'm sorry, David. Did you make yours?
Yes, I did.
Fantastic.
My choices are 3 or 23, so I'm pretty good too.
Yeah,
That's good. Yeah,
mine was an extreme lucky. Or,
So the
this was
professor
dexterity,
and
wasn't it? Yeah, still extreme.
the professor and Ms. Rumtree get into the room relatively good as the pyramid seems to shift again north this time. And we're talking like it was probably 4 degrees in difference. And so it swings 4 degrees the opposite way. So it's an 8-degree shift. So it's substantial. As the whole building seems to teeter-totter, like quite literally. Aaron, you don't get your footing very well, probably because you're carrying a guy. You kind of pitch him over. He bounces off the wall. You bounce off the floor. You're both going to take a D3 worth of damage. So Bobby, go ahead and take a D3. I know it might not matter that much because your character.
I'm actually pretty healthy.
So
Can you toss
I
me a
rolled a
pen?
4, so that's 2.
Sure.
2, yeah.
Is that 3?
Do you want a pin or yeah? Well, I guess yeah. There you go.
So you hear this. You would call it a scream normally, but it really just sounds like ropes sliding across wood, like wet ropes, like you would hear on a ship. That but it's like thousands of them, and then you hear them come to the end, and there's almost that whipping sound, as though there is just loads of ropes coming down those stairs behind you. And all 4 of you are begin to think about just the number of tentacles coming down after you to grab you
Gotta go.
and possibly take you back.
No.
So what are you guys going to do? Keep running? Somebody grab Bobby?
I'm gonna grab Bobby.
I mean, I think Jewell Rumtree, though she's mentally breaking, I think if somebody's pulling her out, she would start to run that direction.
So good.
Bobby, are you fighting it?
I think even a crazy person hearing that would start running.
Sure. I need dexterity checks from all 4 of you.
With still penalties?
Aaron reaches down and kind of helps Bobby up, and the 2 of you get up. And Aaron, just as you think you're going to have to grab hold of him, his crazy eyes turn from fight to flight.
Okay.
Are
So
we
is it
still at a
disadvantage
penalty?
for?
No, just regular old dexterity.
That's still a success for
barely made
me.
Success.
Did you all succeed?
Yeah. What's the next step up? Hard success?
Hard success.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys get down towards the ramp, and as you come out, come to the bottom of the ramp leading out of that room. You can see light coming in, but there is a shadow that passes through that light twice. It's the shadow of a snake outside. Bobby,
Oh no.
I don't know that going outside is a good idea anymore. It's your call whether you go out or not, and if you want to face that phobia, but it's out there. The other 3 of you can decide whatever you want to do accordingly.
I don't have the snake phobia. Mine's spiders. I'll shoot that son of a too.
Fantastic.
So where are we at? So we've left the throne room. We've gone down the ramps.
So when you came inside, there was a little walkway in, and then there was a ramp down that went to a room and a ramp up. The ramp up went to the room that was empty that you found the secret passage in.
Okay.
Want to move it? So then you went from there up to the throne room.
Right.
So you left the throne room, ran downstairs, ended up in that empty room again. That's where you dropped Bobby, and then you heard the tentacles. Now you have come down the ramp, and you're right at where the entrance would be.
But we saw the shadow.
Looking out the entrance, that's where you see the shadow cutting through the light coming.
Now, he still has the mist following us as well, correct?
No, the mist is not there. Bobby thinks it is.
Oh.
Bobby, in his mind, thinks that he has done everything he can there to make sure this is going to work.
Okay.
But no, there's no mist.
Okay. I understand.
So
You know what? I'm sorry. You guys have everything with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who has the silver vials?
I do. The ones with the acorns on it.
Can you roll luck for me?
Okay. Let's find some not so bad dice though.
Now, I don't think I have the snake juice.
Success. I rolled an 11.
Okay. You notice, good luck. You notice there is fog, like good old London fog, rolling out of your bag.
What?
Oh,
What?
crap.
There's something. What? And I reach into the bag.
Give me a fighting brawl roll.
You're smoking.
I'm on fire.
It's not the time for a pipe,
There's-
my good man. We got to get out of here.
Aaron, there's dynamite in that there bag.
That is a failure on the brawl.
Good. You feel you see the fog come up your arm. What you feel is a tentacle wrap up around your arm and begin to pull you into your bag.
Ah!
You don't take any damage, but you do need to make a sanity check.
That is a failure.
Okay, you'll lose a d6.
Ugh. That's only one. Nice.
You can feel the sharpness of broken aluminum in your bag, though.
Okay.
They were aluminum, lead,
Oh,
whatever,
okay.
broken metal, whatever the tubes were.
Whatever the vials were.
You can feel the broken vials in the bottom of your bag.
I'm gonna look at Bobby, who's incoherent. Jewel's not so much better. I'm gonna look at the professor, and be like, those vials broke in my bag, and something's pulling my arm in.
Now that you can see, Professor, now that you see it, there's fog spilling out of his bag. Well, it's as though they just activated the dry ice and it's just pouring everywhere. And it is clearly up his arm, probably just above his elbow. And you can see that his arm is strained, holding it back, trying not to be yanked in.
I don't know what's going on.
I will grab the bag and try to pull it off him.
Give me a fighting brawl. One.
Nice.
You got a 1?
Yeah.
Aaron, can you roll luck for me?
That is a failure.
Okay. Roll a D. We'll say a D3.
Okay. So I rolled a 6, so that's what, 2? No, 3. 3.
So you take 3 points of damage as you realize that along this fog tentacle thing, barbs have grabbed into your arm, and as the professor yanks it, he does a really good job because I really bad, and those tentacles rip out of your skin, but you have like scrapes down your skin. And we're not talking like little cat scrapes. We're talking like gouges out of your arm.
Like I stuck my arm in a tiger cage.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Watch out, Joe.
Bobby, you realize that the bag is also helping you with your mist.
Oh, I'm going.
So whatever's in the bag is going to only make your spell more powerful.
Oh, I'm grabbing the bag.
Wait, no, Bobby, there's something in it.
I'm gonna protect us.
If Jewell sees the bag,
I'll lead the way, and I think I'm gonna try and take that bag. Now that I'm protected by mist, and I'm running out the door with it.
Nice. What were you doing,
you're
Joel?
pulling it away from me.
I was gonna say I was gonna shoot the bag if I heard somebody say there was a tentacle in it.
That's fantastic. All 3 of you get to roll. So Bobby, roll a fighting brawl. Professor, roll a fighting brawl. Jewel, roll your gun.
You don't roll guns, you shoot
Oh,
them.
that's no on my.
I rolled almost the polar opposite. I rolled a 99.
Oh!
What did you roll, Bobby?
Oh, I rolled an 89. I failed.
Oh, that's okay. That's 2 good fails. Jewel crit succeeds and blows both your hands off. It's great.
I rolled a hard success. I rolled an 8 under 25.
Nice. So you fire your gun. It goes through the bag and hits one of the buckles. The buckle snaps. So both of the boys, while pulling on this thing, kind of stagger back a little bit. The bag rips open and the light hits it, and the fog disappears as you hear a screech just erupt from the bag. It's clear to the crazy people that the light is going to stop any fog or mist happening.
Oh no.
To the sane people, it sounds like
we are in the light as he is in the light. Ha ha!
To the sane people, you realize that whatever's in the bag might be able to be neutralized by exposure to light. But that also means that you are probably close enough to the outside for whatever's out there to attack you. What are you guys doing?
What do you think, Professor? Do we make a run for it?
Did you
Spin
say that
that
we're
chamber.
close enough to being outside of the pyramid?
To expose the bag all the way to the light, to kill whatever's in it, or to stop it, you would have to be close enough to the outside that whatever's outside could attack you without having to come all the way in.
Gotcha.
The tunnels are big enough to move through, but for something the size of this creature, it's going to be constricted. So it's less likely to come flying in after you. You're probably safe for right now, but you're going to get close enough. It could probably, I mean, it's a snake. It's probably going to just flip its head in and snatch you if that's what it wants to do. Who knows what it wants to do? You haven't seen the shadow in the last 10 seconds, so you don't know that it's even out there again. Or still, you don't know.
This little light of mine,
I'm going to take off my coat, my jacket coat,
No?
kind of wipe my arm down to get some blood on it,
Sure.
ball it up, and throw it out the opening to see what happens.
Give me a throw and then give me a luck.
Okay, so throw.
Jewell is
Top
reloading
right-hand
her
side.
shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not a combat skill. It'll be above those.
right. Shoot, sorry.
Yeah, throw is the second to last one.
Okay, good. So nothing in that. I made it.
Awesome. Roll a luck for me.
Anything under 20 is a pass.
Oh, I get to check that if I survive. Yay.
Yes, you do.
All right, and then luck is a 46, and that is a pass.
So your coat kind of lands just outside. You can see it start to hit the sand. You hear the thing screech, and almost quicker than your eye can see, the coat is gone. As it just kind of...
And then we'd be like, yeah, I don't think we're going out there yet.
You guys are staying where you're at?
I mean,
We
well,
got-
that's the discussion. I mean, I'm like,
I'm
I think we're going to
crazy.
die.
I'm loading my shotgun and walking towards the door. And
We
I'm
got
gonna
no
shoot
choice.
whatever
Aren't
I
the
see.
army out there?
Yeah, I was going to say, can't we start yelling for help?
Little light of mine,
Yeah, I'm
I'm gonna let it
I
shine.
pull my flashlight out of my bag.
Okay. And do what with it?
Well, start shining it around. I shine it on the other bag with the smoke.
Can you roll me POW?
Pow.
POW.
Pow. Pow.
That is a normal success.
Okay. You shine it down there, and what you see is the fog kind of melts away as the light hits it, leaving this form that looks like a giant kind of thick worm, maybe about this big around, like the size, the length and width of a bat at the very end, but the whole length of the bat.
Like a Chthonian?
It doesn't taper off like a tentacle, though. It looks like a worm, and it kind of scrunches and rolls, and then it just melts as the light hits it.
I can't believe I was
You give me
carrying
a
that
sec.
around with me.
Can you give me a sanity check, both of you? You can't be excited about it being dead and not have to see it.
It's a fail.
You're gonna lose a D3 if you succeeded. It's or if you succeeded, you lose a D3. You fail, it's a D8.
There's my D8 up.
Meanwhile,
I need to use all the dice.
Two more.
Jewell and Bobby, you guys are just walking out, loading up
I'm
and walking out.
loading up, and I'm just gonna start. If there's a shadow in the door, I'm shooting.
Yep. I've opened up my case and pulled out the elephant gun.
Nice. Okay.
I'm singing some hymn that she remembers from when she was a kid.
So as you guys get just close enough to the edge, it kind of lands, and by lands I mean like the back end of it just thuds and then snakes around real quick snakes around nothing, not around you, but snakes around in a
Yeah, it
Spins.
kind of coils up.
yeah, coils up. There's the words. It's right there in front of you. You both want to take shots for me?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And I'm on the shotgun this time.
Sure.
I rolled a 1.
That is the next level up from a hard success is a
Extreme success.
extreme. There we go. Thank you.
So Roxy, you'll whatever you would roll, just double it.
Okay.
So
So
and then
don't
Bobby,
double the dice, double the result.
Yeah.
I need to
And
step
Bobby,
away
same
for a
for
second,
you.
real quick.
Okay. So yeah, Bobby, because you're on a gun, you actually get piercing in situations like this.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll roll double damages, or you'll roll and then double yours as well.
Okay.
You know, John, we're just shooting some poor bastard that's outside.
18. If my damage is double, that would be 22.
Is his doubled too? Oh yeah, because he got
Yeah. He rolled an extreme success, so because it's the same as rolling a crit because the type of weapon.
Okay.
Now,
With mine it was 28.
Oh my god, you guys actually killed it. That's awesome.
Oh wait, let me ask you a question. So my damage is 1d10 plus 7. I rolled a 7, so I doubled 14. Or does
Yeah,
this?
that's 28. Yeah.
Okay, so the 7 does count the
Yeah.
7.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, I'm impressed. These things had 9 armor. So they had 9 armor. So the first 9 points of damage did nothing.
Send
But that's
the
still more than enough
light,
to kill it. So
the
you both
blessed
just
gospel
boom,
light.
and this thing takes 2 big holes kind of right at where the wings attach, and it like kind of screeches, and then it cracks and falls over in half, which is disgusting, which is why the other 2 of you will lose 1 point of sanity each, because you're still sane and just saw that.
I have now lost as much sanity as some people start this game with. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Shut your dang mouth, Dalphus.
Hey, Bobby and Jewell, can you both give me dodges?
Oh.
So, quick question. Since I was in the war,
Yes,
I'm immune to sanity losses from viewing corpses or gross injury. Does that count?
No.
This
If
is
it were any
cosmic
kind of
gross.
humanoid, yes. This is a giant snake thing. Nice try, though. I like it.
Yeah, I tried.
I did not make that
Didn't
dodge.
hurt to ask.
I did.
Okay. Did you get a regular success or a hard success?
Regular success.
Okay. So, Jewell, you feel something grab you from behind. The other 3 of you see a tentacle come out of the darkness from behind you, wrap itself around Jewell, and yank at her to pull her back. Jewell, can you give me a fighting brawl?
I did not make it.
Okay.
38 over 25.
It starts to pull you back.
Can I take
you
a
said
shot at the
38.
tentacle?
Ah!
Yeah, absolutely.
I will too.
I'll shoot at it as well.
Bobby, is yours every other round?
No, the elephant gun is 1 to 2 attacks.
Can I
All
fire
right, that's
with
a
a
regular
penalty
success
at
for
the
my
tentacle?
Colt.
Okay. What'd you say, Roxy?
Can I fire at a penalty with the tentacle? Or at the tentacle?
Yes.
with
Give
the
me just a
shotgun
second.
that's in my hand?
Roxy.
I can't see it from here.
I got a extreme success again.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice, BB.
Crazy Bobby's just ready to go.
Boom, boom.
I'm going to go out with a bang.
I got a regular success.
You're going to go out with a
and
boom, boom.
11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Okay. Bobby, go ahead and roll your damage. What'd you get? Did you succeed, Dalphus?
I
Were
did.
you
I got a
firing?
hard success.
Okay. So roll your regular damage as well.
Since it fires 2, is that like a roll of damage again, or just roll 2 damage, or how does it work?
You'll roll another attack.
Okay.
Oh, I sent. Okay.
What is this
Do I get to double my damage?
Yes, you do. Yep.
Okay, wow. I think I succeed.
I think you succeed.
Well,
We gotta save Jewell.
with my double damage with that last shot from the elephant gun, that is 34 damage.
Jesus Christ.
And 16 damage from
Okay. So you all 3 fire. Jewell, you're terrified as the three men level their guns just past you. All three fire. Bobby, you are out of shots though, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because it only has 2.
Can
Yep.
I roll my wild shot?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness, sorry. We have like
Let me go
dogs
ahead and
wanting
I'll
to
take care
play.
of this.
I'm gonna mute Bobby. All right. Oh, I rolled the wrong type of dice. Just a second. Sorry.
But if it was a success, is it the wrong type of dice?
No, I rolled 3 10s. I didn't. I don't know what I grabbed. So that's a 48 with the shotgun. That's still a success.
Roll your damage.
Sweet. That was a whopping 8.
8 damage. Okay. So you do a truckload of damage to this thing this round. Obviously, Bobby did the majority of it. But you hear a scream again from the hallway behind you in the darkness, and then tentacles that look like, all you see are 5 tentacles on each side smash, but they look like long fingers. They flex into the wall, and the wall begins to break, and you see the ceiling start to shift. The building itself shifts again, and that opening that you have, about half of it is gone, because the building shifts in such a way to drop it below the ground.
We gotta go. We gotta run.
I need all 4 of you to make dexterity checks.
Am I loose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let go. It definitely let
Okay.
go.
Success
After that kind of damage.
Okay. Sweet.
Success on dexterity for me.
Same here.
Okay.
Say it again, Joe.
Hard success.
Nice.
I got for my dex. I also got a hard success.
Fantastic. So the 4 of you, I assume, are running out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you get out just in time for the pyramid again to shift. Let's say, Jewell, you're the last one out since you were pulled back a little more. You can feel the pyramid scrape the bottom of your foot as it turns more, and then just collapses. I mean, like, you've seen the demolition videos where they blow up buildings. It's just like boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, and then it all drops. Without the explosions, it cracks at the top, cracks, and then just drops. So for a moment, the whole area is covered in dust and dirt. And as it starts to dissipate and you can breathe again, you see the 2 soldiers from the other pyramid running your direction. So let's go back to the hospital.
Okay.
I was gonna say, before we faded to that, I was gonna at least we don't have to fix the capstone.
Nope, that was the other pyramid.
Oh.
So the ambassador says, so what you're telling me is that you don't know what happened in the pyramid and why it collapsed.
Well, I remember that we were studying what we found in the room, and I was reading some of the hieroglyphs on the wall, and our guide, I don't know whether he was trying to steal some of the jewels that were there or what happened, but I know that the others in my group were stopping him from whatever he was trying to do, and then things started to collapse upon us, and the ground was shaking, and the walls were shaking, and we just got out of there as quickly as we could.
Hey, David, how much sanity did you lose during that whole time?
It was
like, it more than 20%?
I lost like 11 points.
Does that include last time too?
No, that was like in just that scene.
Okay, so it would be fair, I think, to say that you probably had a major break too, because 14 was your 20%, maybe 15.
Something like that, yeah, it would be right. Yeah.
So okay, so even if you didn't hit it, you were really close. Can you roll me a persuade and at advantage?
Okay.
And I'm just on my bed going, the horror. It's the horror. The horror.
Oh, don't mind him, Doctor. He had a
Are
bad
you-
run-in with a prostitute.
Are you faking that, Aaron, or is that true?
No, that'd be all the sanity that I lost from the last session and this session. No, it's the
Okay.
horror.
Did you
Okay.
say advantage or disadvantage?
An advantage.
Okay.
So whichever one's lower.
Okay. So 39 persuade is not a success.
Okay. He finishes taking his notes. He kind of looks at you. You can see in his eyes that he's not real sure that you that he believes you, but you also see a little bit of pity. Like he is recognizing that you went through something traumatic and may not remember it.
I'm gonna kind of grab his shirt, like his arm. Like,
Yeah.
What about the monster's body? Where is that?
I'm not even sure what you're talking about.
It left.
When the consulate was brought out with its advisors, we found nothing of the sort out there.
I need to talk to my doctor.
I'm sure your doctor will be back in shortly.
No, Kafur. I need to speak to my Dr. Kafur.
Are you talking about the curator at the museum?
Yes.
I'm sure that Dr. Kafur is available. If you'd like to speak with him, I could send a message.
Like, please, I have to talk to him.
I'll do my best I can. He closes his notebook and kind of walks out, stops just outside your door, speaks to a nurse. She looks in, and her face is pity. And she just kind of nods her head, saying kind of solemnly. And then she kind of walks off out of your view. Roxanne, or I'm sorry, Ms. Rumtree.
Yes.
You have been sedated for the last, who knows? Could have been a day, might have been a week. You remember getting out of the pyramid. You remember that the idea of going underground again might not be the best. A lot of it's a blur, though. What you do know is there are nice people that have strapped you down several times to help you deal with it. Because when they inject you, everything calms down just a little bit. Bobby, you are in the nicest facility possible. You're pretty sure your dad. You're pretty sure your dad is here, but you're not positive.
Oh boy.
And you have also been in and out of things the last. You're pretty sure it's been a week or so. All three. Anybody that took damage can heal a D3 or heal 2D3.
I still don't think I ever took physical damage ever as Jewell Rumtree. It was all sanity loss.
So I rolled a 3, so that's 2 points.
No.
Well,
No,
I'm rolling a six-sided, so I rolled a 3 twice.
Okay, yeah, so that's 4 points.
Oh, cool. So I basically healed almost all the damage that I took.
Yeah. Roxy, I don't like to hurt you physically. Just
that's fine. You know, I got to keep Miss Rumtree's sturdyish, girlish figure intact, and her wonderful strong jaw and captivating smile.
So Bobby, it's been about a week. You think maybe you've seen your dad. It's hard to tell sometimes. You go in and out so much. But the medicine is helping.
Such a playboy.
And you've spoken with what you're told are the greatest mental health doctors. They're calling them they call themselves alienists. But you are assured that they are the best here available in Cairo. You're kept pretty comfortable. What now?
Does one of those alienists look familiar? Didn't he meet one recently?
Yep.
Yeah. Dr. Whatever her name is.
It wasn't Whittington, was it?
Catherine, it might be Whittington.
Okay.
I don't have that open. That's my fault.
It probably was, because I've got Mr. Turner, Mr. Clegel, Dr. Whittington, and Bouchon.
Bosham. Yeah,
Bosham.
Beecham. He actually has the name that you have in our other Call of Cthulhu game.
But it was spelled differently.
Oh. Beecham.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Dr. Whittington has, I think it's Dr. Whittington now that I've said that again.
It is
Go down
now.
and pull the thing. She has come in a couple of times to check on you. She is not your doctor, but she is advising, is what you're coming to understand.
Mm.
So so tonight was going to be a little short anyway. So that's a good point to stop the story, as far as what you four characters have experienced. However, this is also the first time we are losing Roxy's character and John's character. They are.
Oh.
There's not enough sanity to give back.
Even if I apply some benefits to you for getting mental health help, it's going to put you in the same place where you're going to break again immediately.
Yeah,
so,
we would need more time than we have before those star charts indicated to get back to a relatively good sanity level.
Yeah.
So the last time I played through this, we did something around this point, or around a point similar to this, where we talked. Actually, I think it was directly after the same exact thing, where we discussed the theming in Call of Cthulhu. So I know the four of you are familiar with the overall ideas of the Cthulhu mythos, but one of the big things in Lovecraft's storytelling is that success is never an option, and if you do succeed, it's usually at great cost. So what you guys have experienced in this particular bit of the arc is that you now know you have a date, a time, and a place. Now you know the clock you're running against, which is actually can be pretty helpful. But that doesn't change that it's it had a profound effect upon this group.
Sure.
So 50% of this are gone. The last time I lost 2/3. So we're doing a little better.
We're just better.
So you've also met a god, or a creature that calls itself a god, which, frankly, having seen what it can do, your characters have to decide whether they believe that or
You've
not.
obviously never lived in Texas. It's not as uncommon as you think.
This is kind of how Cthulhu goes. This is the horror part of the storytelling, is that characters are going to die. Characters are going to have to be put aside. We talked about it a little bit before the stream started, but shelving Jewell and Bobby is something that we knew was probably going to happen.
I'm surprised that we made it 12 and a half episodes, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, and you guys held on to some sanity there pretty tightly. I also lowered the sanity losses. Every time you saw Nyarlathotep, it was a D10 or a D100. This is designed to hammer you into insanity, and one person hopefully maybe escapes. And I didn't want to play that way. I don't think it tells us as good of a story for streaming. If I was sitting down at the table with you guys and this was a party wipe, I'd wipe my hands of it and walk away, but this is a little different.
That seems like a really difficult way to continue the information that you gain from that encounter. I understand that that's what they're going for, or that you just have to narratively give different ways, but it's like there's a lot of really good information that you get in that room to then lose everyone at least substantially.
And John, as an old school gamer, I think this is something you're used to, that things were designed to be harsh.
Oh yeah, no.
Back in the day.
Well, just going back, and I don't want to wax on that too much, but old school. Yeah, I could, but old school D&D, party wipe was not unusual. Old school, obviously Cthulhu, losing your character. Old school White Wolf, that was your main enemy, your main adversary was losing your character to whatever system was in place that you were descending on, whether it was humanity or the beast or whatever else.
Yeah, and so I think that this series of scenes that lead through this part of the arc. I think it really informs on that, because this module was originally written in 1984 or 6.
Yeah.
So it's almost as old as I am.
It's as old as I am.
Also, the basis of the system is built on that old harsh system with the understanding that that's what we're playing. I mean, we knew. I think all 4 of you knew going into this because I tried to hammer it into you.
Yeah.
You're going to lose a character. You might lose 2. If you're lucky, you might lose 4 or 5. Like that'll be fun. But like, it is not a nice system to begin with. I've actually lost characters way faster than this. We played one shots where I killed a character with a bed. The bed was enchanted and shoved him out a second story window, and he took 2d6 worth of damage
That was
and died.
Aaron.
Well,
that was
no,
Shawn.
he's done it twice. He actually,
had he said that?
in his first game that he ran with that module, Matt killed somebody with that same bed.
That bed is scary.
My quote-unquote audition was that same module, and I got shoved out the window and almost died.
And you took it well, and that's why you're sitting at this table.
Well, like I said, I know where my character or what I want to do to bring my next character in. Do you have another character now, Bobby?
I'm really.
Are you gonna do your dad since
No,
he's already
God,
there?
no.
That would be amazing.
No, I'm really arguing with going a different direction.
I can't hear you, David.
Sorry.
Oh,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm arguing with myself of going a different direction.
okay.
Bobby was Money and Boom Boom, and I'm thinking about bringing in a character that.
Money and boom boom.
Yeah, pretty much.
And pie. Don't forget the pie.
I'm thinking about going a different direction, and maybe, especially with this situation, somebody who is obsessed with the cults. Like that is their thing. Is that they're this like, oh, this is
Prepare to be an antagonist.
Like an acolyte or a.
Ooh, an acolyte.
well,
Such a
either that or maybe one of my family members joined the cult.
not
or-
your
Also,
dad.
keep in mind I have the British Tea Society is right here.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm thinking
Not
I might.
all of them are. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about
Go ahead.
going with somebody from that angle.
Yeah. And I have the write up for the 4 that you guys met, or Bobby, the 4 that you met.
Mhm.
Any of them are playable. My notes on them are light because I knew that they were potential backup characters, but that I also did some research on 2 of them, quite a bit. So I would be happy to give you some of that information if you wanted to go that direction, or we left a bunch of names so you can just decide to make it whatever you want, and that would work too.
Yeah.
But you guys all prepared for this by setting up backing up characters. Like, there wasn't a lot of fighting in this, and there never is in this particular scene because he literally just murders you, and that's not fun. Although, killing a hunting horror, there is something to be said about that. Those things are not easy to kill.
Were those the
I
big
know.
things
I'm
that
still
showed up?
smiling about my dynamite toss. So
Yeah.
I just-
That was a good one.
I was like, "What are you doing?" Oh shoot!
Yes,
I
it
can't-
worked out well.
worked.
It did
It
work. It
distracted
did
him.
work, but I was like, "Oh no!" Even
So-
crazy, she knew that was the wrong move.
Yep.
So I just had a out of game. Well, it's a game question, but not like in character. So when we were looking at that, we saw the star charts and we saw that the 3 uncut rubies were for China, Kenya, and Australia.
Mhm.
And that's like we will eventually triangulate that into some rebirth location. That was my assumption. It's just like, wow, we didn't do anything in Egypt except find out about that and almost die and go insane.
So, well, and this is the chapter where you are given the direction to go to
Right.
2 of the spots. One of them is not as important as the other 2,
Right.
but something's happening at each of those 3 spots. I don't feel like I'm giving away too much.
No, yeah, I was hoping that I'm just making sure that we didn't stop anything by destroying this pyramid.
You stopped a place that Nyarlathotep could manifest.
Okay.
There is something in that. I mean, like,
Right. But
legitimately,
as far as what we saw in the star charts, that has no impact in the rebirth and the countdown and all that.
yeah, that's true.
Gotcha.
So like the 3 points will be, I mean, there are 6 chapters in the book. You've been through 3 of them. I wonder where the other 3 are. Like, I'm not like it's not anything hidden. One of them is China, one of them's Kenya, and one of them is Australia.
Right.
So you guys are at a halfway point here too. The other chapters are a little heavier here and there. The Australia chapter has a lot of stuff going on.
Cool.
And Kenya has a lot of stuff to go that goes on too. But you are about halfway through. The London chapter is a little on the light side. Just because there's some setup there that you guys need, but it's not thick.
Yeah, it felt like we were in London for quite a while too.
Yeah, it's because you guys got super paranoid.
Yeah. Well,
Not saying you were
we
wrong.
did an entire episode on a
Side
side
quest.
quest, essentially.
Yeah.
So
And we skipped some of the other side quests that were in there too.
yeah, we skipped the werewolf or whatever, the beast. And we've been pretty light on Cairo. It was like, okay,
Yeah.
let's go talk to this lady. Let's.
Yeah, and you still have a dig site to deal with because hypothetically you missed your dinner with them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And we didn't even go to the Sphinx at all.
You've been Dr. Hardgrove. I think it's fine.
I will say this much. This is not the end of this chapter either.
Yeah.
There's still stuff to do in Egypt.
Well, we never went and talked to that one guy.
Oh yeah, that one guy.
Shakti.
Omar Shakti, yeah.
We never went and talked to the
there's
plantation.
that. There's also an event that happens, and now that it's been a week, it will have happened. You guys were too crazy to stop it, so yay.
Oh.
Well, we had our hands full with
Yeah, you had a couple
flying
other things going on.
snakes and
Just a little bit.
So yeah, I mean, you've got some things going on still that will matter here in Cairo, and it depends on how you handle those. Plus, you guys have to do introductions for 2 characters, and that's going to be rough. Depends on how that works out. Although it sounds like Aaron's already called for Kafur, and that may just be whoever Bobby's playing comes along with him. That should be a decently easy intro.
because I feel like the only person that's going to believe us is Kafur.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Everybody else, we're crazy, and they're right. We are.
So you guys have any other thoughts on this first? This is essentially season 1. This is the end of season 1. We're going to take
May.
the majority, all of May. Are we
All of
taking?
May.
Yeah, we are taking all of May.
Because it's
We're
only
taking
4
all
weeks.
of
Gonna
May
be
off.
May.
We're taking all of May off from this game. So the 7th and the 21st, we would normally play Illuminated Page. Instead, we're going to be playing something else. We're going to be playing Star Trek Adventures in a little thing I'm going to call To the Stars. I have video put together for it already. I just need to adjust it. And that's going to be wrong. Don't call them by their character names.
Call us by our human
John and
names.
Roxy, not Bobby and Jewell, but John and Roxy and their roommate Sam are
Gosh,
going to be playing
Could
some
you
Star Trek.
imagine Jewell Rumtree in space?
Yeah,
Yes,
actually,
yes, I can. I can.
Maybe
You
that'll be
make-
my character.
You make Kira Nerys a little less wartime
And a little more
and
southern.
a little and a little stouter because she's not very stout. She's a waif
No,
of a girl.
she's petite. Jewell
Yeah, and I
Rumtree
think you've
is
got a good Jewell
nothing if
Rumtree.
not petite.
You
If
be
nothing
her.
is petite.
And I'll be the character from Babylon 5 that all the time compares everything, says, well, thank God I'm Russian. Yeah. Boy, it's a hard day. Thank God I'm Russian.
I don't remember that character.
She's the flight, she's like the flight deck operator.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to be playing those on the 7th and the 7th and the 21st. So next week and 2 weeks from next week. So 3 weeks from today. On the 14th and the 28th, I don't remember. John, you said you wanted to do something.
Yeah. I am going to be running a one-shot of Tokyo Brain Pop. And I'll be running it with a couple of different players. I'm still putting together my table. But it will be a continuation of a arc from our first season of Seriously Let's Play.
Do y'all want to see a picture of one of the characters?
yeah.
You're putting that in the stream.
Yes.
I'm going to show it on my camera.
Okay.
If she is going to show the picture, I'll go ahead and tell you what the pitch is.
Sure.
Is that so? We are continuing the Tokyo Brain Pop game from Seriously Let's Play, and all my players will be part of a K-pop or J-pop group appearing at the San Dimas Comic Con.
San Dimas High Rocks.
Yes, and And that's when all hell breaks loose as the plot crosses over.
I have to show it because my phone's at 1%.
Yeah.
But
Back it up from there a little bit. But she's going to play a gray alien that becomes a pop star.
Nice.
Because
Nice.
Oh, very cool.
Because that works in Tokyo Brain Pop. In Tokyo Brain Pop, it doesn't matter because,
That's fantastic. I like it.
I just have one question. If you're setting this in San Dimas, are you going to have a water park there?
Yes.
Yes.
Is Napoleon also there?
Yes. Yeah. He owns it now. He conquered it about a year or two ago.
Good.
When I spent some time in California, I actually hung out in San Dimas in a coffee shop that's there.
nice.
That was actually part of Real World LA. They used to go to this country bar in that version of Real World, and that's the coffee shop was right next to that country bar. So I used to sit there and make fun of all the LA cowboys.
Nice.
And the other thing I am planning, but I'm still not 100% certain, I may at the end of the month for our last game that we would normally do for Growing Shadows, I'm talking about doing a game called Shinobigami. It's originally a Japanese-only RPG, just came over in the last year or two, and it is a very, very different experience. I have not put together a table for that one, but it is...
And none of us know how to play it. So
it is a super cinematic game, unlike anything that most people have ever played.
Fantastic.
So cinematic, is it like narrative like Seven Seas?
Narrative similarly.
Okay.
So you make your characters, you describe them, you're a member of a ninja clan, but there is a war between good and evil going on in the background, which is much more almost as far as good and evil go, think Paranormal Activity, the movies for the evil side.
Oh, nice.
And it's a weird game. But you literally will roll the dice to decide because it's like a movie. You'll roll the dice. It'll tell you what the scene is, what players are involved, what it revolves around, whether or not it's going to be a combat scene or a social scene. And so all that gets put out there, and then the players act it out. And
so you're dynamically creating scenes on the fly.
Yes, just like they would appear in a movie. And so that's when I say cinematic, I mean truly cinematic.
Right. Oh, that sounds interesting.
So awesome. So we've got a good month of May. It'll be off because we're doing different things than normal. This gives us a chance to, especially after tonight, kind of regroup mentally for what the game's going to look like. We will probably pick up right back in the hospital on the
early June.
So it'll be the 4th.
June 4th.
Right? Yeah, June 4th will be our next Illuminated Page. That'll be the beginning of Season 2. I would expect this goes 2 or 3 seasons. So you're looking at a few more months of this storyline. After this storyline is done, we will continue with Illuminated Page because I think Call of Cthulhu needs more representation of good storytelling on Twitch. And that's not a dig at anybody else or like tooting my own horn. I just like storytelling with Call of Cthulhu.
I'm pretty sure you tooted your horn there, Matt.
Listen,
I heard a little bit of a parp. So
I keep getting told by people that they really enjoy me running games, so I guess I'm doing good enough.
You're doing good.
I'm having fun, so
Yeah. Well, good. Yeah. So I think that does it for us tonight. Thank you for tuning in. We got a lot of people there in the chat talking. We really enjoyed that.
Thank you, guys.
As a reminder, don't forget to keep up your subs if you got one. If you don't have one, we appreciate those. They're a big help. Keeping in mind that people that are subscribed get free benefits to our players. So if you're subscribed once a month, you can send me a message and let me know who you want to give a reroll to. And I guess technically, Shawn, you could give that to yourself. And I could give that to myself. So, whatever. But if you guys want to subscribe, we would appreciate it. We do have some subscribers already. We very much love them. They're fantastic people. Once again, tooting my own horn. I am pretty good.
Yeah, me too. If you do subscribe with Twitch Prime, I'm sure you know, but you have to re-up that every month. So we would love it if you used it for us. But if you don't, we totally understand.
Yeah.
But we do appreciate everything that you do. And
I should thoroughly mention that Twitch Prime is free for you, but gives us money.
Yeah, if you
So
already
that's the
if
thing.
you're already paying for Twitch, or I'm sorry, for Amazon Prime, that Twitch Prime subscription is completely free, which is also I think why it doesn't re-up automatically.
Yeah, they want you to have they want you to be watching something and not just subscribe and walk off.
Yeah.
So
we appreciate.
yeah, we really appreciate it. So we've got Illuminated Page coming back June 4th. On June 11th. It's likely we will have Growing Shadows back.
It all depends on the state of the world at that point.
Yeah, that's a lot of play in person. That is all play in person game.
Yeah.
So that one requires that, but we will definitely back with Illuminated Page, and if not Growing Shadows, we'll figure out something to keep that other Thursday open, just until the dog decides to open the blinds behind John. It's great.
Yeah,
Starbuck.
it's Starbuck. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
checking on the neighbors, a little nosy.
that's
Yep.
all right. She's cute.
Yep.
I think that's it. Big
All right.
shout out to those people over on that thing, your cousins, Roxy, whose names I
They actually, I think they're currently also on a hiatus. But yeah, their Dicey Adventures on Night Fury 8583. Not the GM, but the Bard Sinjin, and I can't remember. I think she's a ranger. She's either a ranger or a rogue. They just had a baby.
They had a baby.
So
cool. Congrats.
yeah,
It's a good reason to be on hiatus.
he just came home yesterday.
Aw.
So, hopefully
And-
they'll come back to streaming here pretty soon, but they are new parents, so
Fantastic.
we'll see how it goes.
That's the best time to stream when you're sleep deprived. You just
know,
feel
he's
all
already-
kind of.
He's already seen Mulan and Tron 2. Those were his first two movies he picked to see. So, he is well on his way to a Disney-fied youth.
As he should be.
Yeah, so his name is Dahshur, and he
Nice.
is ready to take over the world.
Well, fantastic. So we will see you guys back next week with To the Stars, a Star Trek adventure.
We'll be here.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for coming.
Night, guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Thank y'all so
Night.
much.
See ya.